All right.
Right. I might put that in the clip. So,
You should. You should.
Pete. Good morning, Pete. How are you doing?
Morning. I'm very, very well. You?
Yeah, good. I'm good. I really appreciate you doing this, sitting down and chatting about the academy. I've
That's
got a bunch
okay.
of questions for you. The first question I have for you is, what attracted you towards the academy in the first place? Like, why did you want to join?
Okay. So, pretty much, I was looking around for quite a while for a business coach of some kind. I kind of went from being non-stop cleaning to just being an actual business owner, I guess. And then this little video popped up with your face on it, which basically just said like you used to be a cleaner and now you're a business owner and you feel a bit out your depth. And I was like, oh, he actually knows what I'm here for. And then I think we connected on LinkedIn,
Yep.
and then had a quick chat and told you what was kind of going on with me. And yeah, then it just kind of seemed to like you seemed genuine, you seemed authentic, and like you actually cared. I've spoken to a couple of other coaches in the similar kind of idea as you, and yeah, there just wasn't that click. But with you, it was really easy. So yeah.
Oh, amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I actually, funny, because I haven't asked you any of these questions before, so I don't know what the answer is going to be. It's like the
Exactly.
first time
You're
I'm hearing
nervous.
it as well. So it's really nice. So you mentioned you were looking for a coach. So what was it that was happening at the time that you were thinking something needs to change? I need some support. I need some guidance. Like, what was it you were looking for? What was happening at the time?
So pretty much was working like 90 hours a week, cleaning, getting home, doing admin stuff. I've got two 8-year-olds as well and another half. So trying to fit everything into a day was just impossible. And so it was kind of at the point where I was like, well, do you know what? Either I just have to accept that this is what I'm doing, and like just keep battling on and not complain about it, or I need to cut something down and make less money, or do I go a totally different route and just go like let's just manage this, get more people on the ground and just have them do the cleaning and grow the business that way. And yeah, so that's where it all kicked off basically.
Cool. Okay. And now you are in the academy. And just full disclosure, you've been in the academy for a little over 2 months. You joined in January, right?
Yeah, it's just
So
yeah, I
it's
mean,
been a
yeah,
shortish amount of time.
yeah,
Just because, again, like you mentioned, like authenticity and transparency is very important to me. So anyone watching this, I want you to have all the information. But so far, what's it like being a part of the academy? So think training, the sessions, the coaching, the community, even accountability. Like, what's it like being in the academy day to day, week to week, and now month to month?
so well, this is hard to answer without looking like it's not authentic, but it is genuine. Like for me, it's been like the community is like an actual little family. As sad as that sounds to say, it actually is like a family, and you get a chance to realize that the problems that I was going through aren't something that I'm just on my own with. Literally everybody in the academy, when you post something in the WhatsApp group and you're like, oh, I've had this happen, and everyone's like, yeah, that's happened. Yeah, been there, and everyone can help out a bit. Um, Having you, this is all going to sound really cringy, but having you has been like having a business partner almost. Has been amazing. Like literally the other day when I was doing that needle sweep and I needed to ask you something, and I just dropped you a message and I'm like, look, Jamie, like I need to speak to you. And 3 minutes later you're in the gym and on the phone to me and helping me out, even though you're trying to run on a treadmill. And yeah, so that it's been amazing. Like you are, I said this at the start when I first spoke to you, was like I think you asked the question was what are you looking for out of the academy? I was like really like a business partner almost, because it isn't something I've done before.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks a lot actually. I never really thought about it that much, but yeah, it is something that's been amazing. So community amazing. I think probably for me the sessions and stuff like that are amazing, but being able to go back and watch them again is something that's quite important to me. I don't retain stuff very well, so being able to go back and or I can speak to you and be like, oh, what about this? You'd be like, oh, just go and look at the session from here, and it's already there. It's amazing. It's quite handy. And then I can take notes and stuff like that. So yeah, I think everything's been amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the
Oh,
same. I don't retain information that well. I need to watch something probably 3-4 times for it to really sink in. So having
yeah.
all the sessions in the vault and having all the training there, I was like, this needs to happen in the academy.
Yeah. No, it's worked really well. Everything flows together, and if one part seems to not quite get you where you were looking for, you can jump into the group and ask them. And if that doesn't quite work, you can jump to you. And yeah, everything goes well. Well
Amazing.
done.
Oh, thank you. What's some of the biggest wins that you've had in the past 2 months then?
Biggest wins in the last 2 months. Honestly, feels like a bit of a film. It's been weird. Like I've always been one of these people that's a bit like, yeah, okay, you're gonna coach me to this. Like, okay, cool, you're sitting in front of a ferry and you've got millions of pounds, and like, it's not me. And actually, it's been insane. Biggest wins probably, we've signed. I have like my ideal client, and we've signed another two of those like back to back almost within the same week. So like having your ideal client, which obviously you helped me design, 3 times over, that's pretty awesome. We've got 15 people running about on the floor now, which is unheard of. And it's controlled as well. Like I'm not spending 90 hours running about doing it all. I don't know. I don't have one big win. I really don't. Like it's all just fallen to. I was going to say fallen to pieces. It's definitely not fallen to pieces. It's all like piecing together. Like it's really hard to explain it. But yeah, there isn't one big win, to be honest. It's just nice to have some time. I think I was if it has to be a one big win, it would be time. Like working 10, 20 hours a week, sometimes 30 if I feel like I really want to push the boat out. But comparing that to like 90 plus hours a week, non-stop, and just chasing everything and always putting out fires, yeah, time probably the biggest thing. Yeah.
That's huge. And I mean, I think you've answered the next question, really. I was going to ask you what's been the biggest transformation from where you were to where you are now. But it sounds like time is the biggest thing. I mean, yeah, like you mentioned, a couple more ideal clients, especially now you can attract them. So this is like the first couple of many, but that big transformation from 90 hours a week down to 20 or even 30, like that's crazy.
Well, we joked about it when we first looked at it all and put it down on paper on the first, like the initial kind of meeting that we did, and we laid out the plans for like the first 3 months, and we kind of joked about it like, oh, I don't know how you're going to go from like 90 hours to like 20 or 30, but we'll see how it goes. And then like a few weeks later, I'm like, look, it's happening. Yeah. And I've actually been in touch to say, look, like I don't know that I'm doing enough now. It feels strange at first, but like if you get to the same situation as me, like stick with it. Yeah. Yeah, time's been the biggest thing. Just come back from first holiday in 5 years. Actually spending time with the kids, and yeah, it's been time.
That's awesome.
Time, biggest transformation. Yeah, all the foundation's all there now to just grow the business without having to work my own tail off to get there as well. So
you've worked so hard over the past couple of months, by the way. I appreciate you saying how much the academy's helped you and everything, but if I can be a small part of your success, I'm very happy to do it. But like reality is, you have been open-minded. You have worked so hard to get this stuff into place. It'd be very easy just to slip back into old habits and to not change things. But you've been awesome at like making massive changes in your business and in your life. It's so good to see. It's so cool to see. It really is. Lastly, so if there's someone watching this who is on the fence about joining the academy, maybe they've heard about it, we've had a conversation, but they're like, I don't know if it's going to be for me, or what advice would you have for them?
It wasn't for me either. I didn't think it was for me. And if I could go back, well, when I first thought about it, I was like, it's just, I don't know, can I actually do it? Is it going to work for me? You don't know, because I'd never worked with you. I didn't know who you were. I'd never spoken to you in my life. I just knew that you looked a bit like one of my friends, and I thought, oh, well, that's a bit of a bond there, like that. That's cool. That made it easier to speak to you. I know that sounds really silly, but it was one of those things. And considering I've since messaged him instead of you, that's a bombshell. If it was me looking back, like to like 2-3 months ago, or whatever, I would probably push myself off the fence to go and do it. That would probably be how I would look at it. Just be open and honest about where you are, open and honest about where you want to be, and put that to Jamie, and he'll fill in the gaps for you and show you how to actually do it. That's all you need to. You just have to be honest, though. It's not going to work if you're just going to kind of say, well, I'm not going to do all the things he's given you. You're in the academy, you're doing it, do what he says, I guess is kind of as weird as it sounds. Like do what he tells you, because he knows what he's talking about. As long as you put in the effort and do what he's telling you to do and follow all the steps, you'll go far. 100%. There's not really a doubt in my mind, to be honest. Yeah.
Pete, honestly, thank you so much for sitting down and doing this. It means the world to me. And it's so cool to see how far you've come in the past couple of months. We've got another strategy session coming up imminently within the next couple of weeks that we need to get booked in. But the transformation is huge. I'm so proud of you. Like, it makes me feel like emotional talking about it. Like, I'm so proud of how far you've come the past couple of months. Look, there's going to be hurdles and challenges and all sorts of stuff in the future too. It just is what it is, running a business. But you've also now, like, you're developing a skill set that you're going to meet those challenges head on. And, you know, you've got the support of everyone in the academy, and you're just going to continue to smash it. So massive congrats. Massive congrats.
Yeah, thanks for all your help. I appreciate it.